Good morning, everyone. Hope you are having a great morning. Hope your day is wonderful. But before you really get started on your day, I want you to do one thing for me. You may have already went and fixed yourself up. You looking good for the day. Makeup done, hair brushed, fresh haircut, got on your suit. Before you go about your day, I want you to do one thing for me. I want you to find a mirror again or something, some type of object where you can see your reflection. And I want you to look at your reflection. And I want you to reflect on your reflection. Not that physical reflection that you can see. Look deeper. Look deeper. Your heart. What does your heart reflect? I want you to think about it. Is it reflecting light or is it reflecting dark? Is it beautiful or is it ugly? Reflections can't have filters. All you can do is see what it actually is. I'm going to be transparent this morning. So there was a time when in the mornings I would get up, I would look at my reflection. And there was a time when it got to a point that I despised my reflection. I did not like my reflection. And you're probably like, why? There are some things that we may have in our reflection that's not a reflection of love. And when I would look at my reflection, there were things that were not beautiful. There were things that were ugly when I looked deep down. There were people that had hurt me, and I was angry. I was so angry. People say, oh, you're justified in feeling that way. You are justified in feeling that way toward them. You're justified in feeling all these feelings that you're going through. Okay, be angry. You could be angry, but sin not. Well, behind all that anger, there was unforgiveness. There was bitterness. There was resentment. I was hardening my heart toward this person to the fact that when I heard their name, it would make me sick. It would literally make me sick. That was not a reflection that I wanted to see every day. No, everybody else couldn't see it. A lot of times we can hide what our reflection truly shows us from other people, because people only see the outside. People only see what's being put off and what's being put out. Well, most people. You have those people who can discern and know, or that truly know you and know you're hiding or being a hypocrite. And in my reflection, I saw that I was being a hypocrite. I mean, y'all, I would be smiling up. It was not genuine. I was active in the church. I'm doing bits and pieces of what the word says, but I'm not doing it all. Because there are things within my heart that I can see. And if I see it, God sees it. God knows all. And there were things in that part of my reflection that would qualify me straight to hell. And I knew it. I had gotten to a point where I'm like, Lord, you know what? If I die today, I know I'm going straight to hell. Because I know what's in my heart. When I look at myself, I know there is bitterness in my heart. I know there's resentment in my heart. I know there's unforgiveness in my heart. And I try to make all kind of excuses. Well, Lord, they did this to me. Lord, they did this to me. They tried to destroy me. And I had done nothing to them. It was still unacceptable. So I had gotten to a point where he says, you know what, Lord? I don't want to go to hell. They're not worth me going to hell. What they did is not worth me going to hell. I want to see you. I love you. And if I love you, tell me what I have to do. Help me so that my reflection can change. Help me so that I can be who you have called me to be inside. It's the inside where he dwells. Our outside becomes a reflection of our inside. But our inside is what God sees. And that inside is really what we see. We can't filter it. We can't put makeup on the inside. We can't cover up what's inside from ourselves or from God. So, you know what I did? Once I said, Lord, you know what? I got to fix it. I got to get myself together. I want to see you. I want to be with you. I want my eternity to be with you. And you show me so much love, and you've given so much grace, and you show me so much mercy that I got to get this thing right. The first thing I did was forgiveness. I don't think so. I was still, dealing with it. I was still dealing with it. So in my dealing with it, I set myself down. I'm like, I'm not right. No other people can't see it, but I know it's there. So I am going to hold myself accountable, and I'm going to sit myself down from ministry. And I'm going to eat the word, and I'm going to chew on the word. I'm going to get myself together so that my reflection is actually a reflection of Christ and not a reflection of Satan. I did some reevaluating of who I was talking to, of who I was allowing in my ear. I had to reevaluate who was in my tight circle, who I was allowing to pour into me, and what they were pouring into me. Because if they're pouring poison in me because they're stuck in drama and they're stuck in mess, then in that moment I didn't need that. So it was lonely for a minute. And then I had tough conversations. If there was stuff within me that someone had hurt me or done something to me, and I'm holding it, and I'm not saying anything to them, they think everything's okay, I'm lying. I'm being fake. And I'm like, no, we're supposed to be truthful. So I went and I had those tough conversations. I talked about what it was that bothered me. I put it out there. Now, did they like everything that they heard? No, but it was the truth. Did they understand some? Maybe. I don't know. After I had that conversation, and even for some people, I couldn't have the conversation, but I decided, all right, God, you got to help me, but I'm going to forgive. It was a process. I had to learn how to forgive. But even in your forgiving, that doesn't mean that you be foolish. That doesn't mean that, if someone shows you who they are, if someone shows you that they are out to hurt you, you can forgive them, but that doesn't mean that you have to continue to be connected to them, no matter who they are. When I started this process, when I tell you the freedom that I started to feel, the true joy, unspeakable peace that surpasses all understanding, y'all, I can actually say I know what that feels like. When I started seeing how God started turning things around, even in my home, in my family, in my favor, like, y'all, it's real. Y'all, I got back involved in ministry, and it's amazing. Like, God is moving things even there that I never would have been able to experience had I held on to what I was holding on to. Encounters and the doors that are being opened, the creativity that flows now. It's amazing, you all. Look at your reflection and reflect. Do you like what you see? Do you want your reflection to be what God sees? Because you can't hide it, even if you can hide it from everybody else. And if not, have a little talk, as they say, have a little talk with Jesus. But when you have a little talk and he tells you what you need to do, even if you don't like it, even if you feel justified in your own right, but guess what? His ways are not our ways. His thoughts are not our thoughts. Let this mind be in you that is also in Christ Jesus. That means you take on him. When you take him on, ask him, what's your expectation for me? And help me to get there, because it's hard. Be real, it is hard. Especially if someone has wronged you, that you feel has wronged you or hurt you. But you can't hold on to it. That will cause your reflection to be dark. That will cause your heart to harden. You're supposed to have a heart of flesh. And your reflection should reflect Christ, the light of the world. I urge you, go look at your reflection and reflect on your reflection. And remember, an application a day keeps the flesh at bay. See you later.